What's going on, everybody? Happy 420 to you all. Who's ready for a beer? I know it's a different kind of holiday, but who's ready for a beer? I think this one fits the occasion, I think. To me, this one fits the occasion, at least. Oh, almost forgot to get the bottle opener out of my drawer. Where'd it go? There you are. Don't want to lose the bottle opener. But I'm ready for a beer. I am definitely ready for a beer. Oh, man. It's one of those days, people. It's one of those days. It's a little bit chilly here. So, this is like hoodie weather and just like not doing much. But I hope you all are ready for a beer too. Who's got a beer with me? I know somebody must have one. Oh, geez. What's up, Kentucky? How you doing, man? Got here just in the nick of time. Oh, it's 4 o'clock. You all know what that means. Let's do this. Boom. What is going on, everybody? Happy Tuesday and happy 420 to all of you shed time cannabis users out there. But yeah, today we got a really cool one to talk about because I'm actually a big fan of this beer, and finally be able to do it for a review reason is kind of a cool thing. So today we're going to be taking a look at another one from Lagunitas Brewing Company. I know I just did one over the weekend for them, but I had to save this one for 420. So today we're going to be looking at the Waldos Special Ale. Their triple IPA. They're 11.7% triple IPA. So this guy's up there in ABV. Definitely not. Okay, this is what I have to say about this one. Because when I say this isn't sessionable, I guess you could say it is. But prepare for a very interesting night. because I've kind of done it to where I've done sessions of these. And let me see, I got a little sloshed from doing it. Done it multiple times. But I'm really excited about this one because this is just a beer that I love. Just because it's an April release beer, but I know they have a specific badge to where if you drink this beer on 420 on Untapped, that you unlock a specific Waldos Special Ale badge, so which is really cool. So it's kind of their like shed time cannabis user friendly style of beer, which I'm pretty excited for, and I love this beer already. So it's good to be actually able to talk about it. And I know there's a bunch of people that I've heard of this one, but not been able to get their hands on it. So. But before I open this guy up, there's a little story I want to tell you all for, like, kind of the backstory to this beer. So, in 1971, the Waldos met one afternoon at 4:20 in the afternoon in front of the courtyard of their school near a statue of Louis Pasteur. They sent out in a 66 Impala armed with a treasure map on a journey to find a secret garden near Point Reyes. They met there at the same time every day and continued their quest. They never found the secret garden, but they kept looking, but they keep looking. So, the dankest and hoppiest beer ever brewed from Lagunitas was made with the help of the Waldos for all the treasure hunters. And yeah, this is their hoppiest, the beer with the most IBUs. This is everything when it comes to the highest of anything that Lagunitas has come out with. This is the one. So I'm really excited. So let's just crack this guy open because I'm thirsty and I want a beer. So let's see what we're getting on the smell for you guys. Oh yeah, super hoppy. Definitely has like a nice crazy pininess to it. This definitely is going to have like a lot of natural hoppy bitterness to it just because of it's 11.7 and it has 100 plus IBUs in it. So that's a lot of IBUs, I would say. So definitely going to have a nice hoppy bitterness in there. Still kind of get like a little bit of like a roasty kind of malty kind of smell in there as well. It's probably going to add like a sweetness in there, I believe. But let's pour this guy already. Drink it out of my Black Horizon pint glass today. Let's see what this guy looks like on the pour. Oh yeah, nice kind of golden Imperial IPA color. Definitely has like a golden maltiness to it. Yeah, look at that. That just, I'm always excited when I get to drink this thing. But look, that's a dark guy. That's a dark one for an Imperial IPA. Definitely tell this is an 11.7 just by how dark it is. Still really, you can get a lot of the hoppy bitterness off the smell. But yeah, I'm a big fan of this one, so I'm just going to say cheers, everybody. And let's give this guy a drink. Oh yeah, so piney, so dank and resiny. Definitely has a lot of floral notes in here to where it's like you can definitely see there's maybe some kind of specific herbs or spices going into this that just give it that high like bitterness rating. There's kind of like a sweet maltiness in there for like I believe the malts they're using there. It adds like a kind of a little bit of a sweetness, but there's also like an herbal sweetness in here as well. Just I love the smell of this thing. I love the mouthfeel. How it's the oiliest of oily for an IPA that I've ever had, and there's something about that mouthfeel that just is absolutely makes the experience awesome. It's like the moment you take a swig of it, it's like an oil slick in your mouth. Definitely, if you're not a fan of high like bitter IPAs, this isn't going to be the one for you because it's very, very hoppy. Definitely there's a lot of floral notes to this. There's a lot of dank, resiny, piney notes. And it's just, to me, this is like the perfect kind of feeling for going, like, it tastes like walking through a forest, if that makes any sense. But in a very, very good way. Yeah, it's delicious. I always love this one. I know they change the percentage, I believe, every single year that they release this. Sometimes it's like, I think last year was like a 10.7 something, and then this year it's at 11.7. But they're always kind of changing up the recipe to this guy every single year a little bit, and still bringing out a fantastic, fantastic high ABV, high IBU, IPA lover's dream of a beer, in my opinion. So let's see what the specs on this guy is. So, like I said, It's 11.7, 100 plus IBUs. Let's see. What kind of notes you should be getting? Herbaceous, botanical, dank, resinous. All kinds of notes like that in there. So definitely they're leaving it to more of like, they're not trying to get any like citrus or anything like that. I don't get much of that. They're letting like the flowery, kind of herbal, dank, resiny, piney kind of notes speak for themselves in this one. And they do a fantastic job at it. This one is easily one of my favorites from Lagunitas. Hands down. It makes you think, because it's like the story behind the Waldo beer, or like the Waldo treasure, kind of being held in the garden. So I could see them trying to emphasize like definitely like floral notes in there, making it very floral, very like dank and resiny sense. They're looking for I'm just gonna say they were looking for somebody's pot grow. Yeah, that's just what the story about this one is. They found a map to somebody's special little growing spot that they had in a garden somewhere, but they were never able to find it. They had a specific map that they searched every day at 420. They went together and tried to search for this grow and never were able to find it, unfortunately. But this is the homage to that, and just like makes you feel like you're walking through a garden, a forest, trying to find that Waldo's pot grow, which I think is pretty cool. I don't know. Anything that has like a story behind it, I'm a big fan of. So let's see what Untappd has to say about this one. So say it for the third time. This guy's an 11.7% ABV. So this isn't for the faint of hearted when it comes to trying to session this one. I'm not going to say it's sessionable. To me, it's definitely not sessionable. But if you are down to do it, you better be prepared for a wild night. That's all I'm going to say. And then, of course, 100 plus IBUs, which in this case, it doesn't make it too overly bitter. They're trying to let those floral and bitter notes of the hops kind of speak forward more. So that's why they packed this one full of hops and just crazy amount of IBUs. But with over 72,221 ratings, this guy has a 4.06 rating on Untappd out of 5, which, in my opinion, one of the best rating you can get for how many people have reviewed it or rated it. So with over 72,000 having an average rating of a 4 out of 5, that's really impressive. Really, really impressive. Always big on anything that Lagunitas comes out, because they've kind of taken that craft realm and kind of made it mainstream a little bit, but also sticking to the integrity of making really good like IPAs, and definitely staying on that whole craft side of things, to where it's just, you're going to get a very good quality experience almost every single time you have a beer from them, and it's awesome. And knowing that they still do stuff like this, which is really cool. There's also something they do which kind of sticks to it being 420 and kind of sticking to the Waldo special kind of situation. They actually have a line of beers that they do that are THC infused, which definitely has my attention. I definitely would want to try them out, but they're only available in dispensaries in California and Colorado. So if you're in any of those states and are looking to try some Lagunitas THC infused beer, you're going to have to go on their website. I know it'll take you to a link to like their THC kind of side of things beer section. And you could do the beer finder thing on there. And if you're in California or Colorado, you may be able to get your hands on some Lagunitas THC-infused brews, like THC-infused IPAs. I think that would definitely be an experience I want to try, because with mixing ABV with THC levels is going to create a very, very interesting experience, I think. And who knows what that might do on flavor as well. But overall, yeah, this beer is, to me, it's fantastic. I love this one. This is always going to be a beer that I get around April every single year, because usually they release this beer close to around 420, just be kind of stick with the namesake and the story behind the beer. But they've lately been, right when April 1st happens, this beer is available on the market. So, Derek, you might actually be able to find this one near you, I think. So if you're interested in a nice kind of dank, resiny, piney, herbal IPA that's a new experience that you've never had anything from Lagunitas, I would definitely recommend searching, like either going to the store today or kind of seeing if you can grab a 4-pack of this one, because it's a treat. It really is. It's definitely, I feel like if you're a craft beer lover, the Waldos Special Ale is something you should experience at least once, because to me it's delicious. It's kind of like the one, like getting a 120-minute IPA from what's their name? Crap. I'm gonna look really quick. Hold on. From Dogfish Head, yeah. So the 120-minute IPA is a crazy high ABV beer, but it's like something that any hop lover or any kind of craft beer lover should at least try once, because it's at 18%. And this one's 11.7, but this is like Lagunitas' version of having that kind of experience for craft beer lovers. Yeah, that's what I was thinking with Tucky. It kind of, I feel like in IPAs or a stout, it might work really well too if you did TH infused, because if it brings out earthy notes, adding that to a stout, to like it's like a coffee stout, that would be perfect. And then in an IPA, that'd be perfect if like you're using hops that bring out more of like a pine kind of foresty herbal situation. But yeah, I have high praises about this beer. Absolutely fantastic. One of those ones, like I said before, this is a beer that any craft beer or IPA lover should try at least once. Absolutely delicious. So let's start going down our rating systems here, since I've been rambling on long enough. Even though, let's see what other people... before I do that, let's look and see what other people put for this one. So, somebody gave it 4.25, 4.25, 4.75 out of 5, 4.25 per set Lagunitas, because it's today. Let's see, 4.25 saying a 420 day beer for sure. 4.25, 4.25, 4. Yeah. This is, to me, this is the only beer that I even thought about reviewing on 420. Just because the namesake for it, the story behind it, and how this beer tastes, giving all those like kind of dank, resiny, piney notes to it. Oh yeah. Only beer for me on 420. But let's start going down the ratings here. Can/bottle art, since this is a bottle, I'm not doing can art for a bottle. I always love the labels for Lagunitas. They're clean. Definitely the Waldos is something that giant green Waldo on there is... I'm always a big fan of Lagunitas as like bottle art, just because it's like a treasure map on here. I think that's cool. There's a dog right there as well. I don't remember if the dog is referencing something, but yeah, Waldo's Special Ale referencing the treasure that of Waldo's cannabis grow that people were trying to find. So yeah, it's a treasure map, which I think is great. So I'm going to give this a solid 4 out of 5 for can/bottle art, because it's Lagunitas. They always stick to something clean. They let the beer speak for itself. Of course, it's a 2021 release that they do every single year. So they're going to be a whole new release going next year in April. So I'm excited for that already. But yeah, awesome 4 out of 5. Love the texture of the label too. It always has some kind of like, I don't want to think it's not like your extra paper label, but it kind of has like a nice, like thicker kind of texture. I don't want to say like kind of, I don't know. It's just a thicker, heavy duty, like paperish feeling label that I'm always a big fan of. Plus, anything Lagunitas do is just clean and delicious. So let's see. If I got this beer in a flight at Lagunitas on 420, with all those things into account, would I get another one of these? Absolutely 100% yes. Like I said before, I've said this many times already, this is a beer that every craft beer lover / IPA dank kind of beer lover should try at least once. I can't say much more than that. It's that good. Definitely is an experience on its own. I've had so many of these within the past few years to where it's become one of my favorites. I would say it's easily my favorite from Lagunitas. Every note that I get is, I enjoy it. I love it. It's just, Yeah, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So, what is my final rating on this guy going to be? Never really thought about it. I've had so many of these already to where I never really thought of what I would rate this guy. Since I've had so many and just kind of, I never get sick of it. I never get sick of the flavor. I never get sick of that piney, resiny dankness in there. Definitely, I'm usually more on the citrus side of IPAs, but there's something about this one where it's like a minor sweetness. The floral and herbal notes to it just work really, really well. Definitely, it's a boozier IPA, which I'm not against. I'm really not. It's definitely, you can feel the oily mouthfeel and the warmness going down your throat as you drink it. It's just overall a very, very fantastic beer experience that, in my opinion, everybody should have at least once. So I think my final rating on this guy, it's not going to be a 10 out of 10. That's for sure. I'm going to give this a solid 9.25 out of 10. I like it that much. It's like one of those things to where I'm going to keep on saying it. Any craft beer lover, any IPA lover needs to try this beer at least once in their life. And that's where I'm going to stick it on that. It's that good. We have multiple 4-packs in this house right now, so yeah, it's definitely on the top of one of my favorite beers of all time. Easily. Which is weird since like I said before, I'm on the citrus side of things when it comes to IPAs, or like kind of like some stouts, Fruiter Berliner Weisse sours, all that kind of stuff. This is easily on the top of my list of one of my favorite beers of all time. So, I highly recommend anybody out there right now, since it's still April, you might be able to find some of this out there. Just check your local liquor store. This might be one that you actually might be able to find at a grocery store too. Remember, it's going to be limited quantities. I know the demand for this stuff grows every single year, so we might get down the road to where next year you could see the stuff being widely more available just because of the demand is so high. But yeah, do yourself a favor, pick this one up. You won't be disappointed. It's just that good. And that's pretty much it, guys. So thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Everybody in chat, you guys are awesome. Remember, if you're hanging out right before you leave, hit that like button on the way out. It would help me out a lot. Other than that, yeah, that's pretty much it. Do yourself a favor. Pick up some Waldos Special Ale. You will not be disappointed. Also, if you're new to the channel and like what you see, make sure to hit that subscribe button along with that notification bell to let you know whenever I go live doing another review. But other than that, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day. Hope you guys are having a fantastic 420. Don't get too shed timed out. People still have to go to work tomorrow and do stuff. But on that, yeah, hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day. Fantastic evening. And remember, if you guys are going to drink responsibly. Don't drink and drive. And cheers, everybody.